Welcome to the Cruise Retreat Podcast. Hi, I'm Rita Perez, and I'm a travel advisor specializing in, you guessed it, cruise ship retreats. This podcast is for service-based entrepreneurs and corporate decision makers to learn more about staying everyone's favorite company with a cruise ship retreat. Ready to increase your client or employee retention? Listen in on this week's show. Hello, good friends. I'm back. Thank you so much for your patience the past couple weeks with me. I have truly appreciated it, and it was actually nice to get away for a little bit. I had some very unfortunate happenings going on with my family, but now that the dust has settled, I am back at it like normal, but also making some adjustments to give me some improved work-life balance, so we'll see how that goes. But anyways, I wanted to come on here because I'm doing another series, but I'm not going to go all crazy and do it all in 1 week this time. I am going to do the River Cruise series. So today is episode 1 of the River Cruise series, and we are going to discuss a couple different things. Like today we're going to go over some of the 101s because I really haven't talked too much about river cruising here. I really do talk or focus a little bit more on ocean cruising because I feel like that's a little bit more accessible. But river cruising is just such a different experience, an experience that I love, an experience that I am blessed to be going on very soon. Also very unexpected, but it was an opportunity that I could not say no to. So yes, 101 today. And in the next couple of weeks, so there's going to be a total of 4 episodes. We're going to be talking about I'm going to do another showdown. Haven't done a showdown in quite some time, comparing the Rhine River versus the Danube River, which are pretty much the 2 most popular, like, newbie river cruises to try out river cruising and see if you like it or not. We're going to talk about some river cruise packing because it is a little different than ocean cruise packing. And then some of the fun themes that you can experience while river cruising. And really, that's one of my most favorite things about river cruising is that there are so many different themes. So even if you are going down one river, like in one of the groups that I'm in, he said he's gone down 12 times one of the rivers, but he still has not done everything that that river and the lands on that river have to offer. So there is, and I love it, it's just a different experience. So what is river cruising? You are literally cruising on a river. For the purpose of this series, I will be focusing more on European river cruising instead of American river cruising. But just note, there are river cruises everywhere. There are European, there are African, and this is both North Africa, like on the Nile River, even Southern Africa on the Chobe River, so you can do like a safari. And then in America, we have our own rivers, and Asia has a couple rivers too. Now that I think about it, there are a couple rivers, I mean, some pretty famous rivers in South America also, but that is not, again, like, I'm going to be focusing on Europe. Those are more of the exotic destinations. So why do I love river cruising as opposed to ocean cruising? And don't get me wrong, like if I can get on an ocean ship, I will be there as well. One of my favorite things about river cruising is that you sail through a country instead of to a country. And while I do promote the benefits of being able to have that open space, open water, because I do think that there is a time and place, I just think it's so beautiful and majestic to sail through a country, and you can see different vineyards and towns, cottages, all from the comfort of your river cruise cabin, which is not something that can be done from an ocean cruise. I also love that you are literally just steps away from many of the city centers of where you're visiting on these river cruise ships. I also love the experience that it is a small ship experience. meaning there's not going to be a lot of passengers. Typically, there are less than 200 passengers, which is awesome. And it creates like a nice small little family village on board, and you really do get to know the crew a little bit better than on ocean cruising as well. There are also a ton of inclusions on river cruise ships as opposed to kind of like the ocean cruises that we're typically used to. Even though ocean cruising is becoming more inclusive, we are seeing a lot more premium and luxury and even some contemporary versions. I mean, not too much contemporary, but we're seeing lines adding more inclusivity, which is really nice because, like, if I pay X amount of dollars, I want to make sure that everything's included. And that is like one of the awesome benefits of my cruise that is happening in just a couple weeks' time, that I know I have paid for everything. Like, there's little things to pay for, but all my meals have been included, all my excursions have been paid for, and this is not paid for like extra, this is like paid for included. There's even a specialty dining option that I'll be dining at, and that is included in the cruise fare. Now, not all river cruise lines do include specialty dining, but this, the one that I'm going on, does. And man, I cannot wait to show you around not only the ship, but the experience, the places that I'm going to see. So please make sure that you are following me on social media so that you can get a glimpse of what it is like to be river cruising. Not only that, like, this is kind of like one of the trips that I would love to plan because it is that retreat aspect. It is a marketing masterclass on a river. And to truth be told, like, I didn't think too much learning could happen on a river cruise ship. So I am really psyched to get just a glimpse of how I can make this happen for you and your attendees, whether it's your employees or for your clients. So that is just so, and I think maybe like having my experience as a client can help you out, because when this was offered through one of the kind of like travel business support strategists, it was something I couldn't say no to, like I had mentioned at the beginning. And that's what I want your cruise retreats to be like. I want you to be able to package them and have such an incredible offering that when you put it out there to your clients, they cannot say no because it is too good. Now, it was so good because of the offerings, and I am starting a rebrand for my business, and I needed those images of Europe, and I needed those images just of travel and group travel, and that's why I say this was the perfect opportunity for me to go get some of these images for my own business. But I feel like that so many of you can help, especially if you are social media strategists, can help your people to come up with awesome images on a river cruise over in Europe. It's just, it is so exciting. So yeah, I just could not refuse. How could I refuse being able to do beautiful videos? Also, this is a Rhine River cruise. Rhine River, I've sailed on the Danube. Rhine River was obviously a dream come true. I also previously sailed during winter time, so it is going to be so nice to do this in a different season, which again, like, I don't think I will tire of going on the Rhine or the Danube or the many other rivers that there are, because there's just so many different experiences. I am very happy that I will not have to pack any winter clothes this time, even though I loved my Christmas time cruise. I'm very happy that I can pack light, and I am anticipating doing that, and we're going to talk about more tips on that, but I'm really hoping that I can get away with a carry-on and maybe like a duffel bag to check in, so stay tuned on that. But yeah, I guess that's like really 101, like where you can sail to on these river ships, what kind of experience. Oh, that is it. It is very culture intensive. So if that is the crowd of people that you want to or are attracting to your business, it is these people that want rich, diverse experiences and authentic Authenticity is huge on river cruise ships. So let's say that my river cruise ship is going to start in Amsterdam. We're going to go through a little bit of Germany, a little bit of France, and we're going to end up in Switzerland. They are going to bring the culture on board quite literally, because they bring entertainers to come from those countries straight on board. It's not like a big ocean cruise ship. They don't live on there. They come on board, do their little set, and they either stay until we get to the next stop or they stay overnight. So it's not a long stay. Also, lots of their menus are to the different countries that we visit. I will never forget on the Danube, oh my goodness, I'm going to say it wrong now. No, Hungarian goulash, because we started in Budapest and it was just so delicious. And then as we went up the Danube to Germany, and we ended having a German Oktoberfest as part of the awesome experiences. So I don't know if you can tell, but I really love river cruising and talking about river cruising, and I am super psyched about this opportunity that I have. And so just expect more gushiness and nerdiness coming your way during this series, because I can't wait to educate you guys a little bit more about river cruises, because really it is still a very new topic that, unless you watch PBS and you've gotten like commercials during either Samantha Brown or Downton Abbey, you probably have not heard anything about river cruise lines before. So we are going to do a deep dive. I hope that this has opened up your eyes a little bit to the world of river cruising, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Alrighty, until next week, I am so excited. I'll see you guys then. Thank you for joining me on the Cruise Retreat podcast. Please subscribe and leave the show a rating on your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to take a look at the show notes for important information and links. See you next week.